Hello and welcome back to the Gamer's Tale. We're once again continuing on our story of forging the last time the party managed to land in Hi-Alat and they partied around the various cities, shopping at various locations, including diamonds, rough gems, and jewelry, where they acquired 5 emerald earrings. After doing so, they walked through a number of bazaars looking for particular other shops and just enjoying the city. And they encountered who tried to charge them an exorbitant fee to pay a quote-unquote toll for the situation ended in violence and much bloodshed, and we are now going to find out how they get out of this situation, because they just dropped about 10 bodies in the middle of a food court kind of place. Yeah. That's going to be fun.
My cabbages!
Yes, there was one cabbage place that is now turned over. It has had some damage to it. Not much of it is salvageable, unfortunately.
All right.
Okay.
So, first question. Do I hear any guards or shouting?
You hear shouting and you hear like people are running toward this direction.
All right. I'm just going to very calmly put up my hands, say, everybody, put your weapons away. Let's just remain calm. We're here on diplomatic business. They attacked us first. We're okay.
That means I should probably dismiss Radiant Soul, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
That would have probably already done off because you were like 4 seconds away for it to fail anyway.
Okay.
So
When he says to drop your weapons, I look at my hands and just like put them at my side.
Hey, Trey. Or Ty, excuse me. I don't know why I called you Trey. I'm sorry. I don't think you're in roll 20, bud.
What?
Yeah, I don't think.
I didn't push the button.
yeah. All right. As you marshal your comrades, a number of guards, like 20 guys, rush in and begin securing the area, barking orders, and start to surround you.
Very calmly, hands up. And who's in charge here?
You see a very well-dressed man. He's got a brigandine of chainmail over his flowing robes, white kind of turban that goes up into a pointed helmet. His face is uncovered, as befitting his rank, and he comes up to you and says, "I am in charge. Who are you?"
I am Sir Frederick von Steuben. I'm here with Sir Algrim. At the behest of the king, we are traveling through. This is one stop of many. This man, and I'll point to his body on the ground, tried to shake us down, and when we refused to pay the 500 gold toll per person, he got violent and called out all these men. We handled the situation as best we could, but violence was necessary. We apologize. And we are here to follow any command that you lay out. We just ask that you reach out to Sir Algrim. He can be found at City Hall, more than likely. And I'm sure he can clear up all of this.
We will see. Bind them. They come and they produce shackles and rope and things, and begin to secure you and escort you to the major citadel, which also serves partially as the jail. And you are put into holding cells. And after they do that separately, in pairs, as much as you're able, Tredscala is with the barbarian. Lundgren is with Frederick, and the elf is put by himself because of reasons. We will see if this Sir Algrim knows of you. And he withdraws, and you're left to kind of sit there just a little bit.
I'm going to take a short rest then.
I was going to say, can we take a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
While we're waiting.
So I have to poke the hit dice like this.
We're in prison cells.
Yes. You're
Pretty
by
much.
yourself. You're by yourself.
You were put with someone who just looks like he's been there a while. He's passed out. He's probably in here because of drunk and disorderly. But yeah.
Can I push the hit dice button more than one time?
Yeah, you can use all 5 of them if you want.
Oh, okay. So let's do 3.
All right,
So
almost a full.
13.
Nice.
All right, that's good. I'm down a little
You
bit.
just hear Brock just pacing and being kind of pissy. However, you guys are still armed. They did not disarm you, so they at least believe part of your story.
Okay, that's helpful.
You hear as an hour, maybe 2 hours goes by, you hear a distant sound of doors unlocking, and you hear some footprints, and you hear what can only be Algrim and Toadspore coming down to see you. Sir Algrim finds the one there. You are in, Frederick. Goes, what happened? We heard there was a fight in the bazaar. What's going on?
Yes, Sir Algrim there. So we were traveling through the bazaar, doing some light
Mhm.
shopping. A gentleman, and I'll lean in, wearing the symbol of Syronicus, began to try and shake us down for 500 gold per person. We refused and called his bluff. He called out 10, 12 of his men, and they began to attack us. We defended ourselves. Unfortunately, it ended in bloodshed.
And they ended up graveyard dead.
That's
He just kind of looks over at Lundgren. It's just like, shush. He passes his hand over his brow and says, this will definitely make things much harder. You might... yes, sir. You would know this better than I. Would there be any sort of repercussions? Some might be. I do not know, but Syronicus is known around here to be very vengeful. Algrim turns back to you. It'd probably be best. I have several more days I must spend in Hi-Alat. I can give you a specialized task to get you to the oasis and out of the city. I think that'd be the best plan right now. That way, beyond this point, yes.
If I might interject, Sir Algrim, if we were to have maybe some kind of writ explaining our presence here, this issue with the guards would be less of an issue. We will do our best to stay out of the way. But if we are attacked, we can only defend ourselves.
It's not the guards that are the problem. It's Syronicus's men that are.
I
He
believe we
seems to
can handle
be
them.
more entrenched in this location than I expected. I need you to earn a couple of political favors, as you'll be, from this point, working more within the shadows. I need you to look for an official, a man by the name of Daruna. Contact his
Can you spell that real quick?
Daruna. That is his last name. First name is Anadran.
Andarin? Andarin? Andarin?
Anadran.
Okay.
Anadran Daruna. Contact his secretary. He got a new one a couple of months ago by the name of Naki. Once you make contact with Naki, he should be able to introduce you to Daruna, and there you can acquire a certain level of political favor from them for me. I need you to do this post haste, as for me, I am going to be held up here and I need more political clout, or at least a number of associates waiting for me within the oasis when I arrive.
Shouldn't be too difficult.
I whisper to Frederick, Naki is the one who needs the box.
Yes, yes, he is.
What box?
Sorry.
A favor that we owe a salesman.
Yeah.
Some long ordered goods that he found difficult to get across the ocean.
As long as your private business does not interfere with mine or your assignments, I don't know about them.
If anything, it'll make it easier for us to get access to Daruna.
Good. I'll leave you in Toad Spore's capable hands. And he turns and he leaves. Well.
There is a noticeable weight that is that Toad Spore is my babysitter.
No, I am just don't be such a sourpuss. I am just going to get you out of the city. I have business elsewhere. My job is to get you from here to outside Hi-Alat.
All right, well, let's get on with it.
Well, obviously, first I must let you out. Is there any questions that you have that I will not answer?
You'll answer them eventually. I'll win eventually.
He kind of chuckles and he gets the keys. He comes back. He lets the party out. You can see there's kind of a little bit of noticeable relief from Brocht. Yes, you. And the store says there's some money waiting for you in the Oasis, so be sure you pick it up.
Who was he talking to? Doctor?
Yeah, the barbarian.
He's talking to Brocht, yes.
Okay.
So, a couple of things. You should be able to get enough supplies to survive in the desert. I have some allocated at one of the... Where is the map for this place anyway? I need to pull that up and pull you guys over to it. So it is just enough of a location to get you out one of the northeastern passages to get you out of here. You should be able to cross the desert and get to the oasis very quickly. A couple of days journey. There's not really many way stations, shall we call them, out in this desert, so you will have to camp. I will provide you with some tents and other goods at the exit, and he gives you a rough location and a street name and things like that for you to be able to get there. It says, I will let you out. Be there within 34 hours as I make preparations. Get whatever business you have done, and I will see you there. And he just kind of flutters off, not physically, but mysteriously, as he actually goes deeper into the prisons.
That's odd.
He's an odd man.
Yeah, he is. Still have to ask him about his magical metal and wooden pipe thing.
All right. So what are you guys doing?
Okay. I thought we were going to be in jail for a bit longer, so I was going to inquire about making potions or some other knickknacks, but since we're ready to get out of here.
Or identifying the stuff we got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Should we get out of prison first, though?
Yeah, let's leave the prison. Let's go collect the stuff that he told us about, and we'll head to the waiting area, and we'll start doing identifying that stuff there and hanging out.
Okay. So you go out of the prisons, you go to a general waiting area, if such a thing can exist within the main fortification of a port city. And we say it takes let's say it takes about an hour for you to identify the various items you picked up. There's only technically 3 things of importance that you notice. One of them is a The longer scimitar, it does 1d8, and it doubles that roll when used in combination with a shield. If a shield is not present, it actually adds a -1 or -2 on attack rolls.
I think I know who gets that contraption.
Additionally, you have found 2 scimitars. They do base damage of 1d6. They also do an additional 1d4 lightning and cold damage each.
Like each one, or
Or one does lightning, one does cold?
One does lightning, one does cold.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
What are they again?
They are scimitars.
Scimitars.
all right. What about this blue potion?
Oh yes, the blue potion. I got it flipped to the
It's
right.
bubbling in the bottle.
That is, check my notes. Potion of heroism. The user is under the equivalent of the bless spell and has plus 10 temporary hit points for 1 hour.
The potion of heroism.
Yes, potion of heroism.
Also, I think our barbarian is having issues getting in.
Yes.
Yes, I just now noticed that, and I have my other windows closed because I was trying to, focus in on this.
You want me to do the same thing if need be that we did before?
Yeah, possibly, but I have to get him in here first, so that requires me to
Do stuff.
get his email and put it in here manually, because whatever worked last time seems to be the exact opposite of what worked the time before and the time after that. So,
Wow.
yeah, it's really unhelpful to do hangouts with people who are on like phones. Anyway, so that's what you found out there for those things.
Etc.
So I'm getting that scimitar, right?
I was gonna say, well, which one of the three?
The longer, most likely the longer one.
Well, the one that does the bonus with the shield?
It would make sense. Does anyone else use a shield?
No.
Well, I mean, it's. Oh wait, no, it's a scimitar. Never mind.
So that was 1d8. Anything else?
Yeah, I'll
1d8, and used with a shield, it does 2d8.
2d8. Okay.
And then there's like a lightning and a cold
Yeah.
scimitar. Do they have to be used together, or
No, they're just.
Do they look good together?
They look like scimitars.
That's funny.
Ralph, do you want the one of the scimitars or?
Yeah, I wasn't sure which one.
Why not both?
What?
Why not both?
Oh, why not? Well, I suppose.
About time.
Yeah, the hell with it. I mean, if nobody else
Hey,
wants.
Nick.
I was like here on time this time, and you took
Well, you didn't. You didn't. Oh, first of all, one thing you didn't. I said regular time. I might be earlier. That's not. I'm going to be on time. Okay.
I didn't
Second.
know.
Y'all, you can. Anyway. So you're here. You guys just got out of being held in prison by the guard. Some stuff has been exchanged, and you are now tasked to go somewhere outside of Hi-Alat to a much different location.
Okay,
Got out
so
of prison? How'd we even get in prison?
we killed a bunch of guys and the cops came.
Oh, okay. Seriously? Law enforcement?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's what happens when you fight in a city.
Fornicate His Majesty's constabulary.
Yeah, well, they had 20 guys come get us. I think it was.
Please, we just took on 9. We can take on 20 more.
You took on 10, and you almost got the crap beat out of you by a monk in one round.
By the way, there are a couple of things we can do now. Nick can either use his hit dice to heal himself because we took a short rest, and or Tread or I can heal him, whichever.
Preferably the hit dice.
Yeah.
Although you do get your spells back, so you're back to full for that.
Yeah, I can't remember. I was going to look that up real quick. With healing hands, I thought it was a long rest in that chunk.
Oh, I thought you meant a spell.
No, I don't have. I have specific Azamar stuff I use to heal
Gotcha.
people.
Spells,
Okay,
you
so-
got. That I'm not so sure.
Says healing hands. Healing hands is a long rest, and the other. What the heck was that? I think that was a celestial warlocky thing. Hold on. Keep going.
Okay. So you found out that there are 2 scimitars that are magically enchanted and one that is not, but does better damage with using a shield with it. It's a hugely curved thing like longsword length, but instead of going straight out, it goes at a massive bend. So what are you guys doing now?
So, does anybody want the lightning or the cold?
Can you just work at the kitchen table? Because I have to get a whole bunch of stuff together for basically to the lawyer tomorrow morning. And all my cases can help them with me. I have to go through them.
Yes, ma'am, no problem. Give me 1 minute.
Thank you.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be. I got a change of scenery for a minute. I'll be back on as soon as I can. You'll see me moving you about and stuff like that.
Alrighty.
All right.
All right.
What were the options for healing?
One
Hit
is you
dice.
use your hit dice.
Which is the ideal option right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it is.
Roll 5d.
You
You
don't
can just click
need
on
to
your hit
roll
dice.
all 5 unless you want to.
I guess I'll take both those scimitars.
Cold and the
Okay.
lightning.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, they're each like what, +1 or?
No, they're just
1d.
1d. They're not +1. Well, technically they would be +1. They are +1 scimitar since they are enchanted, and they do 1d6 regular damage and 1d4 each, either cold or lightning.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so I would get 14 health.
Yeah. And then you can keep rolling if you want.
Oh, is there a negative to this?
No. I mean, you only I think you only recover half of your hit dice on a long rest. So you wouldn't have as many the next time you try, but we're probably fine anyway.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, and just for future reference, in case you be needing it, option 2 was I heal you, and option 3 is Tread heals you.
Yes.
And option 4 actually would be potion, but that was for dire. That's for dire straits.
Yeah.
Better to use the reusable stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even if somebody needs a nap afterwards.
Okay.
Okay. I'm back. Sorry about that.
Is there
okay.
any other things you guys are going to be doing? Or are you going to be going to the meeting place that you've set up with Toadspore?
Toadspore.
I'm thinking the meeting place because all I have to think about is the alchemy stuff I got on the brain that I know that is okay to do, but that I think we have better stuff at our disposal.
Okay.
So, I mean, alchemist fire and perfume aren't really going to help us out too very much at this juncture, I don't think.
Well, I
You
mean,
don't know that.
alchemist fire is always a great thing.
I now have 2 giant rats and a boar.
I wondered who was rolling.
Okay.
Okay.
I forgot to do it in the battle, so I'll do it now.
Rob,
Okay.
did you take any of those scimitars or no?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I took them both.
Okay.
Did you want one of them, or?
No, I don't use scimitars.
They're beneath him.
Well, no, I mean, I have my long swords, which I think do more
better.
damage.
They probably do. I think both of those do 1d6 necrotic and force, base of 1d8, while the other one does 1d6 with base of 1d with an extra 1d4.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I mean, because of my feats, I'm not limited to the light weapon thing.
yeah. Okay. So did you, Yoan, did you give your seashell scimitar to Treadscala, or do you still have that?
No, yeah, I thought I had given it to him.
Okay, so you now have I think it's 1d6 plus 2 scimitar that also makes you immune to cold and heat to -40 to 120 degrees.
That's what Tread has.
That's what Tread has now.
Yeah. 1d6 plus 2?
1d6 plus 2 scimitar, yes.
Okay.
And it's temperate, so you would not be as affected by the heat. And it also used to be owned by a water elemental chieftain, so that's going to be fun. So, you guys are going to the meeting place now?
Oh, I thought we were gonna find that place that he was talking about to get stuff.
I want to make a batch of alchemist fire with my supplies. Real quick.
Okay. Let's say that takes about 30 minutes. Roll a what would be a good one? Not an intelligence. It'd probably be an intelligence and a dexterity roll.
Intelligence and dexterity. Okay, let's see. Intelligence. Whoops. Did I do that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And dexterity.
And dexterity.
Okay. So you get the compound together, and you can't really get it to. You get the right ingredients, but you can't really get them to mix properly. It takes you maybe more time than it should. Eats up a good hour for you to be able to make a vial of alchemist fire.
Okay.
And it's
Darn it.
unstable alchemist fire.
I'll write that down in my doodly thing that says all that stuff that I have.
Okay.
If we're taking time, could I do my herbalism kit to make a healing potion or 2?
Yes. So you can make about 1 healing potion in the hour and a half that it takes for Lundgren to try to make stable alchemist fire.
Excuse me.
And what kind would that be? Basic 4+1 or whatever?
It would be a basic. What was the question?
What would the healing be for that?
I believe it would be a minor healing potion, which I think is the 1d4 one.
1d4 plus 1.
Yes.
Okay. All I needed.
Okay. Do you have anywhere else you'd like to go, or are you going to meet up with Isra?
I guess we'll go meet up.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Toadsport said something about getting supplies.
Well, he's going to be getting supplies, and they're going to be at the meeting place.
Okay. I thought you were telling us where to go.
Well, he's telling you where to go, and that he'll meet you there with the supplies.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, so you make your way to the northeast portion of Hi-Alat, and you see the unmistakable the unmistakable frame of Isfrit Toadspore. He recognizes you. He waves you over. He hands you a map, Frederick.
Okay.
So this should be able to get you to the oasis. Here are some wagons with some horses. There's enough water to get you there, and enough tents and food for the road. Should you not run into anything that is, shall we say, unpleasant, and you should be able to get there quite quickly. Okay. Yeah. If there's nothing else that you need, I suggest you get going.
Okay. I guess we'll hit the road then.
Okay.
We're at the Port Hill thing,
Yep.
and we're heading to the
Uh,
Oasis.
Yes.
You two there?
No, that is not Port Hi-Alat. That is.
point.
I forgot what I
I
named
see.
that port, but that's not it.
65 feet. Hey, that's not too bad.
I didn't realize that there was more to this map than the portion I was seeing.
Yeah, I've
I
made
got
these maps a bit big.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. You begin traveling. There's kind of little sticks and things in the ground that mark the what can be considered the highway, because there's a lot of hard packed earth and sand here. There's not really any paving like there might have been in the Western Kingdom. You camp out a couple of nights. It's not all that bad. It's actually quite pretty out here underneath the stars in the desert. And I'm going to need a perception roll from Dread Scala.
Room.
Okay. One night, you hear some shifting of sand, and it seems to be moving towards the camp. What do you do?
I alert the others.
As you try to do that, they don't seem to wake up. You hear the shifting get closer.
I go to try to shake whoever's closest awake. Probably the barbarian.
You can't really seem to get your hand to do that. It's strange. And even when you do, it doesn't seem like he's waking up, no matter how hard you shake his shoulder.
I go to look at my hand and like wave it in front of my face.
Yeah, it waves in front of your face.
Try to touch my other hand with it.
All right, you touch your other hand. You're now holding hands with yourself.
He's so confused.
Oh.
You hear kind of this light clanging of a little bell. Dong, 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 as it gets closer.
I will move closer to where I hear the sound.
I'm pretty sure your arm is just asleep, and it's like a sheep or a cow.
So do you leave the tent?
Yeah.
Okay. In the palish moonlight, you see walking towards you, or walking into the middle of camp, this large horned cow.
A cow.
Cow. It's mostly dark in color. Like it would be a light brown if it weren't, night. And you see on the front of its face a natural marking that looks like a human skull.
Well, that's interesting. I can't speak with animals.
Okay. It walks up. And it just kind of stands there. It turns its head unerringly to where you are.
I ask, what brings you here?
Come closer, lizard folk. You just kind of hear this command come from somewhere. It kind of feels a lot more like it's within you than it is actually to be heard.
Insight, because this is weird.
The natural aura of this animal seems to be very powerful, but very in tune with the natural flow of the desert.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll come closer then.
Okay. Greetings, druid.
I missed that. What was that?
Greetings, druid.
That's the cow.
That's the cow.
How do you role play a cow?
Great cow.
I am known as the Skull Cow.
Very well, Skull Cow.
I overwatch these deserts. I know all and see all. What will be for you and what will not be. And I am here to warn you that you go into conflict and strife like you have not seen in your homeland. It kind of side-eyes you, not because it's side-eyeing you, but just because of how cows' heads are set up with their eyes.
Tread's a little thrown off by this. Thank you for the warning. Is there any advice you could offer?
I will tell you that the shattering of crystal is a bad plan, but necessary for the flow of time.
Shattering crystal?
Of crystal, yes.
The bad plan. What was the rest of it?
The shattering of crystal is a bad plan, but necessary to the flow of time. The crystal corrupts. It maintains balance, but it must be destroyed to save the timeline. It shakes its bell seemingly rhythmically a couple times, like it's making important note of something. Ding, 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 ding. There are many other things in the desert that are not as friendly as Skull Cow. Be on your guard, especially of riders in black and at night. They could be your allies if you seek them as such. But I am assigning you to watch over these few with you, for you are the only one in tune with the nature of this place.
Eye out for riders in black. They could be allies.
Yes. Should you seek guidance at night, sit and meditate of the Skull Cow.
Guidance. Emergency. Or Skull Cow.
Small one. It shakes the bell a little bit, and it's now morning, and you don't remember going back to bed, but you're in bed where you were last night.
So what? We all had a dream about the same cow.
No,
Or
only
he
Ted
had a
Scala did.
dream, or yeah.
If it was a dream.
If.
Or a vision, yeah.
All right, so if you have nothing else to do, you continue on with your journey as you head toward the oasis. You get kind of tired of the same old undulating sand. Is that where are the players? There we go. Then you arrive coming in from one of the northwesterly things of the oasis, a large, sprawling city with many different buildings capitalized by two major ones, being the palace and the arena. Just the two major highest points with many different stores and shops and places for people to live spread throughout these massive walls. Welcome to the Oasis.
Now, why were we coming here?
We've got to deliver the what's his face's box to Naki. What the heck was his name? Thaddeus. Sweetie.
And also avoid more
Thaddeus.
trouble.
Also avoid more trouble.
Yeah.
I think technically we're going to make more trouble, but
Yeah.
that's semantics.
We have to avoid slaughtering half armies of folks in broad daylight.
Okay. I remember that several of you were looking for things regarding magical ink and spell scrolls and things. There is several shops of those in the Oasis.
Okay.
There's much.
Sorry.
There are much more available within the Oasis with a much higher affluency. Yeah.
So it's more and better.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was totally blanking out on trying to remember, like, to copy any spells that we had already copied with the mundane ink. I should have been doing that on the way over here. Because it takes like what? It's like 1 hour per spell or whatever.
1 hour per spell level.
I mean, I feel like if it took us a little bit over a day at least to do this, then...
It took you about 3 days, if not 4, to get here.
Well, there you go.
Okay, so if I could have done, say, oh man, as long as it's a ritual spell that I could copy in the book, we could say what, 3 level 1s and a level 2 or something.
If it took you 3 or 4 days and it's an hour apiece, it would take you. You would have 4 cantrips of your choosing, or 2 level 2 spells, or however else you would like to break that up. Because 1, you're writing in a wagon, and you can't really write very clearly or carefully with magic ink into a book while you're in a wagon.
Yeah. Is that affected by my proficiency with land vehicles?
No, that's just you being in a bumpy ass wagon rolling across the desert.
Okay. Because I'd have to figure out. Let's see. Let me look that up. That invocation that I picked was. Where the heck is it?
Okay. Do you have any places you'd like to offload any equipment, buy anything, do anything?
Not quite yet for me, at least. I would like to take. I think I would take Yolan with me to go see Naki, just because.
Okay.
You know, just rolling up with 5 people. But well, my retainers would be 8. 8 people is aggressive. But I would just take Yolan with me.
I guess.
And-
Well, sorry.
Take it.
Yeah, let's go.
No, yeah, Yolan. He's scholarly looking. And we'd go search out Naki.
Okay. Okay.
It costs
the
you
book-
about 20 silver in order to find the location of where Naki and his employer would be.
Why?
Because you're in a random place and money talks in the desert.
Okay. Okay, 20 silver.
I'm gonna go head to the look for a blacksmith.
There are probably a number of them, but if you're looking to purchase something, you would have to go to a weapon shop.
Oh,
unless you have something you
okay.
specifically want to spend a bunch of money getting custom made.
I mean, not really, but a weapon shotgun.
Okay.
Specific.
If it took us a few days to get here, can I do a couple cunning artisan rolls to get some extra darts?
Yes, you may.
Okay, so
One per day. So here we go.
according
It costs Brock 15 silver in order to find a reputable weapon shop. And what are you going to say, Lundgren?
I was just going to read a bit about the Book of Ancient Secrets. It says 2 first-level spells that have the ritual tag from any class's list. Doesn't have to be the same list.
Okay. But you can determine those without reading that.
It also says can add it to the book if it is a ritual. It's equal to less to half my warlock level rounded up. And it's 2 hours for each level and 50 GP. Okay.
The 50 GP would be for like the cost of the ink.
For the ink, yeah. For the ink.
Yeah.
You already have enough to do that several times.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so you go to what is it's kind of like a block home. It's obviously where Johan and Frederick, you approach an area that is more fortified, obviously upper class in a better part of the city, and it's very austere, but with a little bit of flair on the edges. It's more for function than it is for opulence.
Okay. We'll head on inside.
Okay. You were met by a rather shortish man. He's probably about 5'6", and he greets you. This is good afternoon to you, sirs.
Good afternoon.
My name is Naki. Do you have an appointment for Mr. Daruna?
Not quite, but we do have something for you. Compliments of one Mr. Thaddeus Sweet Tea.
Yes, the package he has been sending.
Yes.
I forgot that was his name.
And I'll pull it out of my bag of holding and set it on the table, and I'll kind of put both hands on it, and lean forward, and just, we did this favor for Thaddeus and for you. I think I do need a favor in return as compensation, you see.
Well, that all depends on what the favor is and if I can do it.
I need a meeting with Mr. Daruna.
Yes, I can make that happen.
The sooner the better.
Let me check his schedule. I have to first take care of this box because having this on my desk in my official capacity, you can understand that can not necessarily.
Actually, we can't. We don't know what's in it.
Yeah, it's a giant, moderately enchanted box, and it's on my desk.
Well, I'll tell you what I can do for you. Another favor. I can put that back in my bag, and you tell me where to meet you later, and we'll go there and meet.
All I need to do is I need to just put it in this back room. I can take care of it myself. I just need to get it moderately secured, check some itineraries, and I can get you guys in. He checks some pieces of paper and parchment on the side. It says, I can get you in next couple of hours because Daruna's got some of his normal stuff going, and I have to placate him and things like that. It's just the wheels of power need a bit of oil.
Okay, we'll wait then.
He takes the box and he puts it in the back room. He comes back. He ushers you to a rather nice sitting room. It's very well upholstered. He says, help yourself to any amenities. He indicates a hookah in the corner. If you need anything, I can get you something to drink or something to eat. If before I get on with the rest of my task and pencil you in for an hour or two.
Okay.
All right. He takes his leave and While that's happening, I guess I can take care of Brock's shopping. You find a location known as Stone Crushers. It's one of the foremost weapon shops in the city. It's a 2-story building, also very blocky, but more in a way that's supposed to be imposing and that you know it's there.
Okay. I guess as I walk inside and survey the room, does anybody greet me or?
There is a rather broad-shouldered man just kind of sitting with his feet up behind the counter. He looks up from when he's running. Customer. He gets up. He's almost as tall as you. How may I help you?
Well, hello, good sir. This is a fine establishment you got here. Are you the owner?
I am.
Oh, congratulations on owning such a well-kept shop. I was curious, would you happen to have any large weapons, such as a large great axe?
We do emphasize a wide variety of materials. I'll have to check to see if we have a large great axe available. We have several of them. Is there any particular specialty that you have in mind for these? Any enchantments? We deal in lightly enchanted items, not so much in normal weaponry, but we specialize in a lot of temperate weapons because, it's kind of hot out here, and passing out in combat from the heat isn't really an ideal.
It's hardly ideal, but I've grown quite acquainted with the desert and don't exactly have an issue with that.
Yeah, I recognize a fellow slave when I see one. I'm quite acquainted with people from the desert.
Oh. So were you enslaved by those? Well, what race is he?
He is a human.
All right. Were you enslaved by those dirty orcs as well?
Different slave camp, but not necessarily orcs. There's still a heavy trade elsewhere in the desert. Name's Marion Stonecrusher. Was my job in the camps.
I was just
He reaches out and he shakes it.
But
yeah.
Would you happen to have any that were fire or fiery burst enchanted?
I might be able to find one that does fire damage, not necessarily fiery bursts. What we find here in the desert is things are generally resistant to things that burn because of this god-awful heat. But I see what I can do. He goes into the back room and looks around. I don't have a large great axe, but I currently do have a couple of enchanted great axes. If one comes in, I can put it aside for you and possibly send it off to have it enchanted. But yeah, I got a couple of great axes here, a couple of enchantments. You said you wanted fire?
Yes.
All right.
So out of those large great axes that you have, are any of them masterwork that I might be able to go have them enchanted?
Most of what we sell here is masterwork or better. Since we deal in light enchantments, they have to be masterwork at the minimum. If it's not masterwork, unless it has a particularly interesting story attached to it or significance, we generally don't buy anything like that.
All right. So how much would you be asking for just a masterwork large great axe then?
Well, let me check it out. He brings out a rather large book, and he begins to flip through it. And he puts on a comically small pair of glasses as he does this.
A pince nez.
Yes, but the more pins ends, they actually do his nose just a little bit because his head's kind of big, and the normal glasses would probably not fit. Yeah, kind of looks through the list. He says, "Let's see. Great axes. Masterwork weapon that probably puts you back about 100 gold.
Hmm. Would you take this great axe here and 50 gold in trade? Sweet.
Do you have a +1 great axe?
I do not have a plus anything on the great axe,
Okay.
but I rolled a 31 persuasion. That's a nat 20, so
He looks at you and says, just because you're fellow escapee, I will. What's your name so that I can put it on this great axe and sell it at a much higher profit?
Brock. Hold on
Brock,
to it
do
for
you
a
know how to
while.
spell that?
It's funny.
All right. He takes your great axe. He brings out a chisel set and he carves into it Brock's axe right on the haft. And says, "All right." And he puts a couple of other marks on the blade to make it look a little bit more important, shall we say? And he puts it behind there. He says, "All right, I got this great axe. It's +1. It does 1d6 fire damage, not a burst. Those are a bit more expensive, and we don't really have any of those in right now. So I hope this will serve you pretty decently. And if a large great axe does come in, I can put in a special order at some point. But
Sorry, I thought I was buying an unenchanted large great axe.
oh, if not, then yeah, this +1 great axe is completely fine. I can get you another one." He gets out another +1 great axe and he puts it down. He takes the gold and says, "If there's anything else that you could use."
Hold up. Hold up. I'm talking to you out of character. I thought he said he has an unenchanted large great axe.
He says he has +1 great axes and he has several that are enchanted, but they are not large.
Oh.
Yes.
I want the large. So. Sorry.
All right, then. Well, you got this nice little upgrade to your axe for free. If you have anything else, I can put some word out to see if I can get a large great axe in. But currently, we don't have any. I'm sorry for that.
Well, that's fine. I'm sure I'll be coming back through this area.
Okay. He hands you back your axe that is now labeled Brock's axe.
All right. Well, thank you. You have a good day.
Okay, you too. So about an hour passes, and Naki comes in and says,
I have a quick question.
"Yes,
As just a point of order, what would be Daruna's title?"
Druna, he would be not necessarily a councilman. I didn't really think of his title, but Mr. or Sir would be better to refer to him as, but I unfortunately did not think of that title. He's kind of not necessarily a senator, but more of a councilman.
Okay.
So councilman will work. Naki comes in and says, "Councilman Druna will be able to speak with you now."
All right. Get up, dust myself off.
He brings you upstairs, a couple of flights, nice wrought iron railings on the side, very thin. He brings you in the room and says, and he turns to you before he reaches the door and says, "I forgot to get your name."
Sir Frederick von Steuben.
Okay. You open and girlfriend.
Oh, me.
Yoan, what would be a title for you?
Guildsman?
Yona the Stone Syndicate would probably be his introduction.
We'll go with that one.
All right. And he opens the double door and says, Sir Frederick von Steuben and his associate Johan of the Stone Syndicate are here to see you, Councilman Daruna. Bring them in. And he closes the doors behind you and is out in the hall. You see a well-furnished office. There's large bookcases, a lot of knickknacks and things from around the world. There's also a kind of a balcony out what would be in front of you, but behind the desk, and there's a man sitting there. He's kind of he's well built. He's very thin. He appears to be closer cropped hair, dark skin, very similar to Alan and the rest of everyone else you've seen here in the Eastern Kingdom. Yes, I do not have you on the itinerary today.
Yes,
but
and thank you for squeezing us in.
What is your business?
Well, first, sir, a gift for you for seeing us on such short notice, and to impress upon you the importance of our matter. And I'll give him the fist-sized raw opal. I'll produce it out and hand it to him. It's raw and uncut for you to do as you wish.
Okay, thank you. I much appreciate someone who knows how to work the system, shall we say. And he puts it just over to the right hand. So you see that there actually are a number of slightly small carvings made out of precious stones and what appear to be expensive woods on his. This? He kind of pats it. I have plans for you. Yes.
We come ahead of Sir Algrim of the House of Aland, at the behest of your king, to deal with matters of great importance to both kingdoms. I've been sent ahead to help secure any aid and alliances that we could. And I ask that if you should need anything, you merely only call upon us. A favor in turn for a favor, shall we say.
Understandably. I just so happen to have a task that I need taken care of in less than official means. I, too, need some, shall we say, leverage on one of my fellow councilmen, an ally, shall we say. His son has gone missing recently. It's been several months out in the desert. I know roughly his location. I would like you to either retrieve him or get a letter from him proving that he is still alive and where he is. There are a number of warlords going around the desert these days, and to put this individual's mind at ease, this councilman, a letter from his son, or even his son himself, would get me a lot of respect from him, and therefore more capability for your Sir Algrim.
And this councilman, what is his name?
That's not necessarily important.
No, but I find when speaking to people to try and convince them to come with you, using loved one's names helps.
Yes. Okay. Hang on, let me just look through something because I did not think of that. All right. You are looking for a Raymond Fairfax.
Is that the son's name?
That is his father's name. The son, I don't have that piece because I'm reusing some character names. I believe is Jordan is his son's name. A foreigner who's gained some prominence is his father.
New blood. I understand. Okay. Now, would you want this favor to be a open and public thing of you have dispatched people to help your dear friend to find his son, or would you like it quietly done?
This is rather a private matter. The councilman does not want to know that his son has gone missing Otherwise, rumors of kidnappings might begin to circulate and weaken his position.
Understood. No problems.
If need be, you may also acquire his son for leverage.
We'll do what we can. I do have one request for this. Maybe some kind of writ of intention, showing that we are associates of yours. Should any kind of major issues arise.
He kind of irritably pulls something from a drawer, looks at it, scribbles something down really quickly, takes a candle, puts some wax on there, puts his signet ring on there. It says, then he closes it and also puts another seal on the outside and says, if you get in trouble, I do mean at the greatest, most impossible, inescapable trouble in the city, you give them this letter. Do not use it unless it is absolutely necessary. This is a one-use writ.
Understood. And
I gotta take a smoke break here.
Okay.
I do have a second question for you, Trent. Those pieces of artwork that we got from the last session, could you describe some of them to me? If it doesn't even stand out to me.
They're general, like small, not necessarily figurines. There is a lot of motifs. Some of them are kind of similar to what you found in the catacombs, more of like locations that have been miniaturized and animals that have been stylized to an extent.
Okay. I want to look around his office, just like quick glances. What's the general theme of his art pieces that he has?
They seem to be they're more like miniaturized statues, more people and some animals that are maybe recreations of particular pieces of art.
Okay. Then, before we leave, I'd like to just quickly rummage through them and like find the most unique looking one, the best looking one, really, and just set it on his desk and walk away and thank him for his time.
You're welcome. You get the sense that this guy's kind of an ass most of the time, and that this was merely out of convenience. But he is appreciative of your gifts as well.
Alright, that's all I had. I guess I'd go back and try and find the group.
All right.
And tell them about our new job.
Yay. As you go downstairs, Naki notices that you. Naki's still waiting out there for you. He says, did it go well?
It went very well. You'll be hearing more from me. And should you need me, seek me out. I will be here for quite a while. But remember, a favor in turn for a favor. I tell them I'll be on my way out, and as I'm leaving, I'll just drop 5 gold on the desk and walk away.
Okay. Remember to keep your face covered, since you are technically a servant, and you're also supposed to be keeping a low profile.
Mine is.
We'll take a short recess here. Any other questions and things can be addressed to me currently.
Okay. Once we come back, I would like to go buy a very simple cloak just to go over me, to kind of cover up my 2 swords, my armor.
That might be the closest thing you might be able to find similar to that, especially for the dimensions would be in the I don't think I have like just a general clothes store written down, but there is kind of an armor shop.
I'm
That
sorry, you
is,
broke up. What?
there is an armor shop within the
You're
Oasis.
breaking up.
Armor shop.
What was that?
Armor shop.
Okay, an armor shop. I got that part now.
They're the place that would have something large enough to cover your armor. So
I mean,
like
it doesn't have
armor
to
and
be.
accessories.
It doesn't have to be like form fitting. I mean, just like something to loosely wrap around me.
Because actually the only store I have for that. Everything else is oddly enough not that. I have bookstores and
Books.
bookstores and weapons stores and armor stores, but nothing like a general clothing outfit.
Political intrigue, and you don't even have something to where I can go get fancy dress.
There are a lot of street stalls. I'm thinking like, Mexico City farmers markets, not farmers markets. But yeah.
So like stalls for various things from private vendors.
No, more like when you go down to there are a lot of like street markets and how you can buy a lot of food. You can also buy a lot of clothing there, and people are waving their stuff around. If you play RuneScape, you would know it more kind of like Menaphos in the merchant district.
Oh, okay.
That's more for Lundgren than it is for Steven, because I highly doubt you play RuneScape.
Huh?
Yeah, exactly.
No. What did you say? You say you doubted that I played RuneScape?
Yes.
I do though. I'm a
Oh,
VIP member.
nice.
Well,
I play RuneScape.
Okay.
Ty and I play RuneScape, and we do stuff.
So then he does know everything you just said.
I do.
Yeah, so that makes it a lot better though, because now I have a point of reference.
Yay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
what do
much
you-
more of a nerd than you think I am.
I know
see,
you're
now I
a
doubt
nerd.
that.
Just the-
Do you want to know what
No,
I
you're
got for my birthday?
No, I don't.
I got a PlayStation 1 with Final Fantasy 9.
Nice.
Wow, retro.
Super retro.
Craig's not here. Can you purify food and drink or detect magic?
Who, me?
Anyone.
I don't think I have it memorized, but I can.
Well, you can cast it as a ritual
I
without
can
using the spell
have those
slot.
ready, I believe. Let me check real quick.
So detect.
I know I have create or destroy water.
I'm trying to see what I can do for my first 2-level ritual 1 spells.
Oh. Level 1 ritual, I have detect magic,
Okay.
detect poison and disease, purify food and drink, speak with animals.
That is not what I wanted to do.
That's it for level 1.
Okay. Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that I can't have them as well. I'm just trying to figure out what I should do because of the fact that it says I have to start out with 2 level 1s from wherever, and then
Oh, I see.
I could progress beyond that based on what I find and how long it takes me to transcribe it with that ink.
Who's ever with Brock, do you just see him just suddenly just take his axe and sink it into a stall, almost splitting it?
Oh dear.
I only
Personally,
have one writ, and I'm saving that for my big plan.
If I'm
Damn
with
it.
if I'm with him, I can put the stall back together. Wait, I can't do that, darn it. You only
Yeah,
would
you
have to
really
be with
can't anymore because I just hit it again.
Oh, what are you doing? Put
I'm
that
trying to. I was trying to modify it, but
It's like when you get a new
yeah, there it
gun, we're
is.
trying to
Never
figure
mind.
out the recoil on it.
as far as I know, he's just by himself, so
You hear You see a guy come out and just starts kind of scream at you in Altanian about why are you breaking my stall? He just kind of waves you off, and you go elsewhere.
But
If you're looking for spell recommendations for rituals, one of my all-time favorites is always Find Familiar.
Okay.
Okay. We're going to resume. Frederick, you were looking for some place to get something to wrap yourself in.
yeah, just to kind of cover up all the shiny plate armor and swords and magic shit.
And the whole,
I am a target.
and also that whole anti-cultist symbol on your chest, like Superman.
Well, I'm not against displaying that one. I'm actually thinking about getting something made, but we'll see what happens.
Okay, so mark off another 5 silver. You're pointing to a place called the Citadel, which is kind of confusing, but it's not actually a Citadel. It's just called the Citadel. That's the name of the store. It is also a lower set building, but it does live up to his name. It looks kind of like a citadel. That's like the motif. It's a dark gray compared to the kind of sandy color that everything else is, so it sticks out. This is probably a 10-foot door on the front of it. It seems kind of odd.
And but just for point of reference, when I say like cover me, I'm talking like full on Gandalf the Grey to Gandalf the White. You have no power here. Close covering, just so we're on that level of understanding.
Okay, so the extra large coat of I can look like I have shoulder pads kind of thing.
Yeah, just completely cover me up, just hobbling around. I want to seem like just another person until I whip out and fucking kill some bitches.
Can I whip it out? Okay. Is anyone going with him?
You want me to come with you to the store? Because I didn't technically say where I was.
That works. I mean, I know Yoan was with me, but if he doesn't want to go, he doesn't have to go.
No, I don't mind going. Where are we going?
I'm going to go get a cloak.
You're going shopping.
He's going to go clothes shopping.
Okay.
Fancy dress.
It's surprisingly how much you guys do that in this game. I really need to think about more clothing shops.
Clothes shop.
I just want you to know, you gave me a get out of jail free card. And we've already discussed a lot of stuff, me and you, so.
Oh yeah. I have something that's going to be both intriguing. Now I gotta say, according to that plan, that probably would not be powerful enough. You probably need something else. But
see, but I can use that to gain other stuff too.
True.
Now I'm intrigued. This is interesting.
All political opponents, right, want to know what their allies are doing. Well, I have a writ from so-and-so. I do work for him. You give me one. I'll do work for you.
Yeah, exactly.
2 becomes 3. 3 becomes 4.
And 4 becomes we have a whole pocket full that we can get services from anybody we want.
I'm just going to say this once, and you're going to greatly enjoy the first meeting with Sir Algrim here of your official business. It's going to be great. Anyway, so you walk in. So whoever's with him, you guys walk into a place called the Citadel. It's a more dimly lit interior than you're used to. It's kind of dark. Like the windows are purposely kind of boarded up to keep out light, and you get more of a feel of a library than a place where weapons or armor are sold. But as your eyes adjust a little bit, you see that there are row upon row upon row of shelves that have armors and things of all types connected to them, just spread throughout the place. And there's a wide, almost bench-like area that is the counter.
How are you? I just walk up to him and kind of just knock on the table if I don't see anyone there.
As you approach from the shadows, this huge ass elf, dressed like what was the green one from Dragon Ball Z,
Piccolo.
comes
Vegeta?
out.
His name is Piccolo. How dare
Oh,
you
Piccolo.
call him a green wizard?
I forgot about him.
Yes, Piccolo, but with not as wide shoulder things. Just the basic turban and wrap that he has comes out, and he just kind of stares at you.
Hello.
He nods.
Okay, cool. I need a big cloak.
All right. You get that he's not a man of very many words, and by big ass elf, I mean he is about an inch, maybe two taller than Brock.
So you mean literally a big ass elf?
Yes, he's about 6'6".
That's very uncommon.
He is very uncommon. What size?
Enough to cover me entirely. Armor, weapons, all.
He quietly goes into one of the places that seems to be more located for like tabards and capes and things, and he comes back with a couple of cloaks in his hand. What do you prefer? What color?
What color is my head wrap?
Your head wrap is white.
White.
All right. He takes out a white one.
What's the material?
It's kind of it's very cottony, but it's a rather thick cotton.
Do you have anything in satin?
He goes back. He gets some white satin ones. He kind of holds them up for inspection.
I like this one. I'll get the nicest looking satin one I can find. Now try it on. Make sure it covers me entirely.
It does. There's just the faintest gap in the middle if you don't overlap it, but
That's okay. It doesn't have to be as long as it's not like blatant.
yeah. At its widest, it might be like half an inch wide.
Okay, that's fine. What's my damage?
He says it's about 50 gold.
I'm sorry, say again?
50
Gold.
gold. He looks at the price tag and says, oh, sorry. 5 gold.
That makes more sense. I'll give him 6. Tell him
He pulls. This thing is set up for like normal sized people, so he kind of has to lean down just a little bit, just like scraping these things towards his junk. As he's doing that, and he sets it in the cash register. This scene is a little bit comical because of his height and the level of this bench, but
stone faced. Just no. I'm not falling for this trick. Laughing at the big elf. Nope.
well, good because you see that there's actually a pretty decent pair of scimitars and a khopesh hanging from his belt as well.
Can't trick me. Nope, nope, nope. I'm sorry, did you say a pair of scimitars and a khopesh?
Yes.
He's like me. He's a man after my own heart. You guys have no idea how many weapons I'm carrying right now.
Oh, we do. We help you gather most of them.
We're not quite like the last time yet. We're not quite at like 3,000 gold level yet, but we're getting there.
Is there anything else you want?
I'm going to turn to, I guess, Yoan and Lundgren are with me.
Yeah.
Would you guys like anything?
You said there were. This is mostly a clothing shop, and it's mostly for clothing.
No, this is
weapons,
an armor
so-
shop. This is an armor shop.
Oh,
I'd
an armor shop.
studded leather with like a magical robe that would have a AC equal to it, but that's going to cost a pretty penny. So
I'm sorry, what? What'd you say?
I said there. I want to replace my studded leather with like a robe that would have like be enchanted to give it more AC than it naturally would.
Why though? If you don't mind me asking. Yeah.
I don't know. I just figured.
Wizard mystique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know, dude.
Be a muscle wizard.
Yeah.
Muscle wizard cast fist.
If you want, you can ask to see if they have something like that here.
We'll put it on layaway.
Oh dear.
Nah, I'm not going to worry about it right now. I mean, if I was going to get that, then I might as well get the class in monk, and I really don't want to split up my XP. So
Okay.
Okay, that's I do have one question. This is more of a character flair kind of thing. Is there a tattoo shop?
It's funny that you mentioned that because this is a character I was going to be building, and he does have a tattoo, but you can't see it. There might be a tattoo shop that's
Tramp stamp?
Yes, a tramp stamp. Totally.
No, it's for Frederick. Yes,
That's the plan.
so my 3.5 game, my orc has a tattoo kit with him.
oh yeah.
Would you like
Yeah.
my letterkenny?
Anyway, yes,
I got a
there is.
tattoo from you, didn't I?
I think we talked about it. And I think I did give you one. I forget what it was.
Yeah, me too.
All I know is that you said you wanted to have like your entire body tattooed,
What?
so that'd be black. Yeah, you said that. You might have been drunk at the time.
I was probably drunk. If I said that, I was probably thinking my entire body tattooed black, like permanent blackface.
Yes, I'm pretty sure that was the gist of what you're going for. But yeah, I don't think I have enough ink for that.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so are you going? You said you're going to a tattoo shop. Yes.
Yeah, I want to.
You.
I mean, if no one has anything else to do, it's going to be something quick that my guy's just going to sit there for. If anyone has anything else I want to do.
Other than finding a magic scroll shop or another herb shop, I don't have much I can think of to do right now.
Well, you want to go to a magic scroll shop? There's actually a prominent one in here.
That's the one he has. Books. Books on books on books.
Holy cats!
There's actually one bookshop, at least one bookshop in here, and one magic scroll shop that actually has magic scrolls.
I wonder which one would be better to visit first.
Okay, so you ask around a little bit, and since tattooing is kind of common, pretty much here, you find a reputable location known as Prick's Tattoos. And what are you going to get done?
Symbol of a thought. Symbol of St. Cuthbert.
Okay.
Prepping for pathing.
Oh, yes. All right. So you get that kind of started away. Do you guys want to leave him there? Because this is going to be, I don't actually know how long tattoos go, and I should know that. I think it's about an hour or two for something like that. Not necessarily very large.
Are you talking about real time? Like in real life?
Yeah, like in real life. I know if it's
That-
really intricate, it takes a while. But it was like 30 minutes for something that big.
So this one took 4 hours.
Okay, so it is
and
a
it's about
lot
the
of time.
Yeah, it's about the size of my whole hand.
Okay,
Okay, so
cool.
depending on the level of
2 and 2.
two of them, it's going to be probably about 8 hours then.
Well, it's on the
That,
back of my palm,
Mhm.
right? The back of my hand, it'd be like maybe 2 to 3 each. So I'd say like 4 to 6.
Yeah,
So
it's not
basically,
gonna,
an afternoon.
Yeah.
and the symbol of a thought really isn't all that intricate. It's literally a couple of crossbars and a line in the middle. So there's not as much detail that needs to go into it. So it might take a little less. So
That and
he's in there for a solid 5 hours, let's say.
the symbol of St. Cuthbert is just a circle with lines bursting out.
Okay, so let's say 4 hours. Yeah. While he's doing that, you guys are going shopping, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Magic
Where do you want to go first? Magic Scroll Shop?
Yeah,
Be
let's go
right
to the
back.
magic scroll shop first.
Oh, yes. Okay, so you hear about some stuff, and you go to a place called the Scrawlers. As you come in, this man in very nice robes comes out and says, "Hello, my name is Gardor Yornan, and this is the Scrawlers. How may I help you?" Calm yourself, Lundgren.
Yes, I'm looking for uh, spell scrolls. Do you have any medium to high level scrolls here?
Um, we have a number of spell scrolls. They're mostly level 1. But we don't really have any high level spell scrolls currently in stock.
Okay. Is that are you going to get expecting a shipment soon, or is it just general practice for your shop to do only level 1 stuff?
We generally do level 1 things. Anything higher than that is technically custom work and is generally held by much more official, shall we say, organizations. You would have to go to maybe a wizard tower, which you would not be able to find outside of the palace.
Hmm. Okay. But there is one here somewhere then. Okay.
That's more of an exclusive location to visit within the palace to get access to their wizard tower, but we do offer roughly 9 variations clue scrolls, 9 variations of spell scrolls, roughly level 1.
Okay. So this particular shop near the palace, is it a guild shop then?
It is within the palace.
Oh, okay. So I probably wouldn't be able to get in there. I'd like to see your section or your selection of level 1 scrolls then.
All right. He brings out a small list and he says, "We have a number of spell scrolls. Dancing Lights is a very popular one. We also have Firebolt, Shape Water, Thunder Wave, uh, Sleep, Illusory Script, Silent Image, and Thrall, and Mirror Image."
Sleep.
Hmm. I was thinking sleep or firebolt. Are
Sleep is
these
the greatest thing.
so? Are there any variations in price as far as the scrolls themselves? Then.
More combat-oriented scrolls such as Thunder Wave and Firebolt are going to be more expensive. Generally, they're about 50 gold pieces a piece, but Firebolt and Thunder Wave are 100, as is Sleep.
Okay. I forgot, if we're here as an aside, I forgot that if the holder of our bag is getting tattoos, I'm probably going to have to wait for him. Either that or I negotiate because I'm pretty well flat broke.
I feel like
Hey,
he might have given us the gold while he's sitting
I
there. I think.
Yeah, more than likely.
Oh, okay. So I
If it,
have a ginormous bag swinging from my belt now, or what?
no, I would have handed you the bag of holding.
Oh, okay.
So it's like a 15-pound bag that you're carrying. It looks like a satchel.
I gotcha.
Silent Image
Okay.
is actually 30 gold pieces. That's a very popular one, especially for entertaining small children.
Hmm. I've
Would we be
done
able
pretty
to,
well with prestidigitation and things like that for entertaining small children, but I'll keep that in mind.
So Ty,
Fornicating small children?
I said entertaining.
God damn,
Dedicated.
Ty,
God damn it, Nick.
what I was, so our job here is going to be predominantly like secret and quiet. Sleep would be a good one because it puts your enemy to sleep.
Well, I've got that. Could we transfer it?
Well, I mean, in theory we could, but you're limited. I mean, he's limited to the one use of this. I mean, as many uses of the scroll that he has. I mean, I just didn't know if
Okay.
you'd want to dedicate
So-
health loss for that.
You might be able to copy the spell scroll down, but it might take some time and take more resources.
question about scrolls for cantrips? Would you be able to permanently learn one from a scroll if it's available in your spell list? I've never
In
actually tried that before.
the way I've been playing, in theory, you could. Or if you knew any magic at all, you could write your own. But that was more homebrewed in the things.
I was just thinking, what was it? Control water?
Yes, it was Shape Water.
Shape water, okay. That was one I was thinking of taking, and I don't think I did. So if I were to get the scroll, would I be able to learn the cantrip from that?
Let's see, if you had 2 scrolls, you could use one and then copy the other one over after you got kind of a feel of what it was supposed to be.
Okay. And how much would that run?
That would be about 100 gold for both, for 50 gold apiece.
Okay. Oh. Sorry, I want to look at my list of cantrips and see what I would like to learn. Oh no, I do have shape water.
Okay, so he wouldn't need that one. But I would. He said the sleep scroll was 100 GP.
Mm-hmm. Anything that's more combat oriented is double the price of a normal scroll, except for Silent Image, which is almost half the price.
Okay, he said silent image was 30 GP or so. Would that be? I don't know if that would be any good. I mean, like silent image or like minor image.
My take in all the spells in D&D is they're only as good as you apply them.
Yeah. Okay, so I would definitely want to get the sleep scroll. So with scrolls, I would buy the scroll, right?
I would assume so, unless you're going to try to steal from this man.
No. And then I was just going to say I can permanently learn it if I copy it into my book with magic ink.
It would probably take about 2 scrolls to do that. One to kind of consume to see how it actually works, and the other to copy down the recipe after you're done.
Okay, so I'd have to experiment with it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that means that would take me down to...
It would cost 200 gold.
It would cost... Oh, because I'd have to get a double. I'm just saying I would have to take away 2 pieces of magic paper. Okay, so 200 gold. I think that would be acceptable. I mean to say, as long as nobody has any objection.
That's a reasonable amount of money.
Go for it.
All right. I like 2 copies of the sleep scroll if you have them.
What is it? How much is it?
100
It'd be
GP
200
apiece, so
gold for two.
200 overall.
Okay.
Well, yes, I have two options right here. He reaches behind him, and you see kind of like it looks like the old mailboxes from post office. And he opens like one of the little doors, and he reaches and he pulls out two sleep scrolls, closes the door, puts them. Still holds on to them, but puts them kind of on the table. Says there'll be 200 gold. Is there anything else
Okay.
I can help you with?
Yes, actually, you said you have Firebolt, Silent Image, and is that the extent of the stock here? Let me see.
We have numerous other ones. We have Dancing Lights. We have Shape Water. We have Enthrall and Mirror Image, beyond the ones that you've talked to, as well as Illusory Script.
Okay. So I would have to do the same thing with Firebolt, for example, if I wanted to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but that would be double, so that would be 400 GP.
No, that would be 100. Oh, wait, no, that's right. The combat spells are 200 apiece for two of them.
So that would be 400. Does that give, does 400 give anybody palpitations?
No.
But it depends on the palpitations we're talking about.
Oh,
I mean, there's 5 people in the party, so figure 1/5 of that is yours.
The usefulness is up to you for this, but Illusory Script is, I believe, a ritual.
yes, it is. Then I could do that on my own with my book if I wanted to.
Your call.
Because I haven't yet picked my 2 first level ritual spells to inscribe into my book for the Book of Ancient Secrets
I
invocation.
never thought there'd be this much of a moral dilemma over buying things in a shop.
Okay.
I brought the
So,
lizard
yeah.
man with you, and he's like a honey badger. He don't care. So
Yeah.
you buy what you want, man.
If it were up to me, I could have just put my axe in this guy's brain and we could have walked out the store already.
That depends on how powerful of a mage he is.
True.
With a store full of spell scrolls, I think he's not a slouch.
Let's
Though he said they're only first level, but I wouldn't put it past him.
let's not.
Let's not murder
Walk out
everyone
there.
we encounter.
Yeah.
I-
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, let's get Illusory Script. I would have to get 2 of those.
I think you'd only need 1 because you're copying it into your ritual book, right?
Well, yeah, I was just meaning to say if I wanted to save those 2 first level ritual slots for other spells and just use it as I normally would a scroll if I were to buy it from this man instead.
Well, I just mean if you buy 1 scroll, you can copy it into your book and be done with it.
Okay. So that was like 50 GP.
Yes.
All right. So he bought the. How much is he at right now? 650.
Okay, two sleep scrolls at 100 each. That's 200. 2
Okay.
fire bolts at 200 each. That's 400. 400 plus 2, yeah, 650. That's right.
Why are we getting 2
650.
each?
2 of each was required. 1 to practice, the other to copy it down. So 1 is technically a test shot. The other one is the actual practice to transfer it over to your spell book.
Okay.
Okay. So I will trying to think. I don't think I want minor mirror image right now. So I
mean,
will
you can always come back.
Yeah. So I will pay the 650 and I will happily walk out with my arm full of scrolls, which I paid for properly.
Pleasure doing business with you. I hope you come again.
Same here. Same here. Okay.
Okay.
All right then. So I'm gonna write that down real quick.
Sidebar, Tread's just gonna buy like strips of cloth. Like I'm talking like they're give or take about a foot wide, but really, really long.
Okay.
That robe that I was thinking about is. Do I have to like go back to the store if I had a question?
That would probably be a good place to go to ask about armor.
So let's see.
Out of curiosity, would I be able to learn Find Familiar like that? It's not in my spell list, but it would be so fun.
If you, that's all right. This is going
If
to
you
be
had a
homebrew
magic
rule.
book to copy,
If you have 2 scrolls, you can use the time to learn how to learn that spell.
Do they have the scroll?
They do not have that scroll in stock. They would have to get it either custom made, or you'd have to go to the Wizard's Tower and see if you can,
which
order it.
That's
Yona
okay.
would have to finagle us into.
Tread's not in any hurry, but he wants animal companions.
Okay.
I mean, there's brothels for that, but okay.
I said animal, Jesus.
What about
Like I said,
unseen
there's brothels for
servant?
that.
Jesus.
Is unseen servant any good as a first level ritual?
It has its uses. Also, I just summoned 2 panthers and an elk.
Please tell me we're outside the shop now.
If we're not, the elk is probably stuck in there.
Yeah.
I think we're outside of it.
Okay, good.
You guys are outside of it. Okay, Yoan, you said you want to go back to the shop?
I suppose, yeah. Okay, so the whole thing of I was checking out, I think the DMG, and I think it was called Robe of the Arch Magi, and it said it had like an armor class of 15.
Mm-hmm.
So theoretically, if I could get like a robe that's as good as my studded leather, I'd have a reason to try to do the whole monk wisdom thing.
Oh.
I talked to people online, and they said, well, since the Blade Singer thing is like a temporary ability, it wouldn't have any issues as far as stacking. So I don't know how firm that something.
You go back to the Citadel and you check out some of the things. Dern, that's the name of the shopkeeper. He checks us any of it, and he informs you that he does have a robe of the Arch Magi, but it's going to be about 300 to 400 gold pieces.
Oh, that's not too bad. There were other abilities for that one though, but the armor class was like the main thing I focused on.
Oh.
So I don't. Yeah.
So if you're not wearing armor, your base armor class is 15 plus your dex mod, and you have an advantage on saving throws against spell and other magical effects. And your spell save DC and attack bonus are increased by 2.
What was the AC mod?
15 plus your dex.
15 plus my dex. Wow. And you said that's like 300 to 400?
It's 300 to 400, yeah. It might not have all those abilities, but
Let's see if you could
Yeah,
trade
cheap.
your armor, 1 for
Oh,
1.
try to. Yeah, they don't purchase armor here, do they?
oh, they do. They
Oh.
do.
Oh yeah. How much would he give me for the studded?
That'll be 100 gold in exchange for the Robe of the Arch Magi, because still cost of production.
The
Again.
So knocking 100 gold off, or just a straight up 100 gold trade with the
100
other?
gold and the +1 or +2 studded.
Huh.
No, playing the game.
Cool.
Game.
so he'll give me 100 for the armor.
He will give you. You will have to pay 100 gold and the armor for the Robe of the Arch Magi.
Oh. Huh. Does it come in different colors?
I think so.
What color would you like?
Ideally, I'm looking for black, I guess.
Okay. He checks in the back, and he does find a black one. They have 3 different colors, and he says, "Okay." He just kind of brusquely holds it out to you. He
Right.
says,
So
100 gold in the armor.
yeah. Can oh, nobody came with me, did they?
If you're spending that type of money, I probably would have had to come with you.
Right.
And
Yeah.
Chris probably
And
just-
also, do we give a rip about the color of the robe corresponding to the alignment of the wearer here?
Oh, is that? Yeah, because I was kind of
No.
No? Okay.
okay. So yeah, I'll. Crap. I don't know if I want to give up the armor or not.
Oh,
Or so you got the 100, right? I'll
yeah.
yeah. So
Hmm.
give him the 100. I'll give him the robe or the leather.
The studded. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. So
Okay, so studded plus 100 GP.
so the AC is 15
15 plus Dex mod.
plus Dex. Okay.
I think yours is a 2 or a 3.
My Dex, I think, is 3.
All right, so you now have an
that's the
18
only-
AC.
But yeah. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm good.
Okay.
All right, so you leather, and for the what's it called? A set of leather and the 100 gold for the black robe of the Arch Magi.
Black. Okay.
It's in black, and yeah. You obviously are going to either undress right there or go into a changing room and swap out the armors.
Yeah, changing room would be cool.
Start stripping in front of this random elf guy.
Right. We didn't even do
Okay.
anything in there. Never mind. Okay.
Romancing a stone would probably be the best equivalent for that situation,
I was
because
only
Dern is really stone faced in this.
Cool.
Okay, so you buy some stuff. What are you guys doing now?
If I wanted to make like a ring of +1 protection, how long would that take?
According to the DMG, that would cost for each level is 1 spell slot cast per day to manufacture the level of protection that you want. So it would have to be the particular spell, which would have to be. It might take you 1 day to enchant the ring. It might take you another day to actually make the ring. And maybe 10 to 15 gold worth of materials.
Okay. Cool.
Do you want me to help you with that?
Yeah, you said I could wear like one on each hand, right?
Technically, yes.
Yeah. I mean, if we got the time to do it, I don't know.
I'm just saying I couldn't help. I don't think I could help with the crafting, but as far as lending a spell slot, if that's allowed, even though I'm not a wizard, I'd do it.
Well, I've got the jewelry making skill, or
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So you're saying like 2 to 3 days?
Right. He said one day to actually craft the ring and another day to enchant the ring.
Right.
But
Okay.
if I were helping you, I can get my slots back more quickly. And if I could help you, even though I can't cast the spells that you can cast on the ring itself, we could maybe shorten it up just a tad.
Well, yeah.
You're looking at 4 days.
Oh yeah.
Really, you are, because it's make one ring for a day, and use one spell, and the rituals involved in that.
Oh yeah, because he said he wanted to make 2 rings, so it's 1 to manufacture, 1 to enchant, but you're making 2 rings, so that doubles the time.
Yeah. Would mage armor be a close enough spell to craft the?
To cast on that?
Yeah.
That would probably be a good analog to adding protection.
Okay. Huh. I mean, what's our timetable? We already gave the guy the box, right?
Yeah.
Give the guy the box,
yeah.
yes.
So, I mean, if we don't
You've
have
also been contracted to do something else for the guy.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
I mean, so far as we know, we're here for, I mean, maybe not the foreseeable future, but I thought it would have been at least a week or more, depending on what we have to get accomplished while we're here. So we have plenty of time so far as I was aware.
Huh.
So yeah, go ahead. Oh, and I want to try to make another bit of alchemist fire to see that I don't spill it all over myself or anything.
Okay, that's
be entailed with trying to enchant it beyond +1 later on down the road.
You would have to layer the enchantment again, so it might take 2 to 3 days of casting that one spell each day. And
would that also involve a higher slot casting, though? I'm not certain how that works.
Well, the minimum for casting is a level 3 spell slot to enchant something.
Okay.
Huh. Wow. Yeah, I'll. I mean, if yeah, if we got the time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I say do it. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So I guess that's what I'll be doing for like 4 days.
So you're making
locked in a room with some rings.
Right.
Yeah.
So are you making a +2 ring, or are you making a 2 + 1 rings?
Can I make +2?
Yeah, it'd take about roughly this. It would take roughly about the same amount of time to layer the spells onto each other. So you'll have to make the ring, then you'll have the +1 added to it, and then you'll have to do another level of 2 spells to kind of lacquer it onto it.
Can I do up to like +3, or is that too? Forget what's the. So up to +2.
I believe he's frozen.
Either that or he's just judging you silently.
Oh, can you guys not hear me?
No, we can hear you. I think I think Trent is frozen.
Oh yeah.
He's down.
That's weird.
2 crumbs.
And we're back, I think.
No, there he is. No, that's Ralph. Never mind. I have no idea then. Ty, you did go down though on roll 20.
Okay, it was saying weird stuff where it said I was being interrupted and I was to stop doing important things if I was doing them.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back. It seems.
Well, at least that happened not at the beginning of the show, but near the end. Okay.
So was that
Did you at least hear
roll?
me? You make a slightly more stable set of alchemist fire.
Okay. Does anybody want any soap or perfume while I'm at it?
Roll again to make some more perfume, if you wish.
Okay.
Trent's just like, what is soap?
What was that cow? Cow what?
You guys don't know about a cow.
Yeah, you never told us about the cow.
Yeah, it's true.
Well,
But Trent is
Okay.
keeping an eye out.
Okay. You make a wonderful set of perfume. Like, you could probably sell this for 100 gold.
wow. Okay, cool. I'll write that down in my doodly-doo.
Okay. Is there anything else you guys want to do? Since I crapped out for like 2 seconds.
Um,
I was just trying to
I
find.
wanna-
But
Sorry.
so did I make like 2 + 2, or
No,
Or
it would be 4 days to make a +2 or 4 days to make 2 +1s.
what if I wanted to make 2 + 2? Would that be like 8 days?
It'd be about 8 days because you'd have to make the ring, and then you'd have to spend 3 days of putting mage armor into them.
Can I make any healing potions with an alchemy kit? And if so, what style can I make?
You could, but you don't have anything. Most of those were bought up by the lizard folk.
Well, can he train me how to do it?
No, you could make. I'm not saying you can't make healing potions with an alchemy kit. I'm saying you don't have the materials to make potions, healing potions with the alchemy kit.
My half a bag of herbs won't help me in that endeavor.
No, most of the anti-poison and healing potions were bought up by Tread Scala in the last adventure.
Okay, I remember. I was there. Okay,
Shit, I had a
that's cool.
sword out.
Oh, what else can I make? Let's see.
I mean, if you want to, you can ask.
It's fine for now. I want to see. I'm just kind of scoping out what I can actually make use of here and
If we
things
do
like
have
that.
time, though, I'd like to make at least one potion.
You have time.
Okay, just one?
Yes, just one. That'd take you some of that day.
Okay, I'll be right.
For
Damn it.
getting your sleeping arrangements, if you're going to be doing this for 4 or so days, it's about 2 gold a day to get moderate lodgings in the city.
Is that per person or cumulatively or collectively? I mean,
And that's for like 1 room.
Okay.
How many people can sleep in a room?
That's what I was going to ask.
Oh, these are pretty decent rooms. You could shove 5 people. You can shove 5 people into an average hotel room. These are slightly larger than that.
Okay.
2.
Okay. What, you don't want to be sleeping in the same room as the lizard folk?
The barbarian.
It probably is mostly the barbarian. Okay, so for 2 rooms, that would be 4 gold a day,
Okay.
depending on how long that takes. That would also include. That would be 16 gold.
That's no problem at all.
But these are like mid-tier rooms. These aren't bargain bin, and they're not the nicest. Oh yeah, that's right. You do have 4 retainers as well, so you need
3.
decent
3
amount of
retainers.
room.
3 retainers.
3 retainers. Okay.
Oh, it says I can make antitoxin and acid as well.
Yes.
Do we have a use for acid here?
I mean,
What about
Yeah.
poison? Can you do
I can
poison?
think of a couple uses.
This says acid, alchemist fire, antitoxin, oil, perfume, or soap. So as far as poison, it doesn't look like it, but apparently this doohickey says I can do antitoxin.
Well, I mean,
I
those
just
are.
imagine.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I just imagine Lundgren on the corner selling soap with the pot on his head.
Let's let's
Do
roll
you want
for
some soap?
intelligence and dexterity to make a dose of acid this time.
Okay. Is that 7 and 12 the intelligence thing?
Yeah, looks like it.
You take 1 point of damage and possibly lose some fingerprints on your pinky.
Ouch.
And you manage to concoct a vial of acid.
That hurts. But okay.
Single use.
I'll put that down in my supplies. All right. Cool.
So are we all back together now?
Let's, for the sake of argument, let's say yes.
Okay. I'd like to just fill them in on the job that we have. Just did Councilman Daruna give us like an idea of where he is in the desert?
You were given, in addition to your get out of jail free card, a small kind of itinerary of where the sun might be. He is east of the city of the Oasis, somewhere in that area. Not really as specific. It is a wide, expansive desert.
Okay. East of Oasis. Yeah, we're gonna go find Jordan Fairfax. He's the son of Councilman Fairfax. And gain either bring the son back with us or proof of life to gain favor with Councilman Fairfax for Councilman Jaruna.
What
Sounds
if
good.
we found a forger and forged a letter that was proof of life?
We should probably search for the son first to see if he's alive before we make that determination.
That's Plan B.
Yeah.
But even if we were able to,
That's
the
right.
Father's going to know son's handwriting, so
because Frederick has a forgery kit. He bought it in the last town. I forgot about that. You do have one.
Yes, I do. But I'd have to have a sample of the son's handwriting.
Oh man, we should have asked for. Oh wait a minute. Never mind. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Okay, sure. That's Plan B.
I mean, to have a sample of the handwriting, we would have to have secured it before. Unless we find him, unless we find something, if he were dead, for instance, and we found something on him, like directions or some such that he had written himself.
Yeah, and if he is dead, we'll just bring the body back.
Yeah, that would work well enough. Okay.
I really
raise him as a zombie.
no. We're not raising him as a zombie.
I don't think, can any of us do that? I can't do that. Can any of us do that?
I think technically Yoan could
Usually
if we learn the spell.
If we could have gotten to him within 10 minutes after he died, I could bring him back to life, though.
True.
But not as a zombie.
No, it would have to be
like true life.
normal. Yeah.
But I think finding the son and bringing him back would be the best method because we could curry the most favor.
Yes, indeed.
So plan A, bring the son back. Plan B, proof of life. Plan C, take it. And or bring the body back.
So, that's the question. If we find well, never mind. I guess we solved that. Never mind.
Yeah, that's our new job.
Awesome.
So we're looking for some guy's kid who was dead?
No, we
don't know if he's
missing.
or not. Yeah.
Well, it's not that he's missing. He's wandered off.
Did he tell us how old his child was?
No, I don't know how old Jordan Fairfax is.
Okay, so we may be suspecting an 8-year-old or somebody who's like 25.
I assume that if he wandered off into the desert by himself, 20s.
There'd be a lot more of a stir if an 8-year-old went missing.
Yeah, true. Okay, sure.
What was I gonna say? Yeah. Trent, did he give us any description of what this guy looks like?
Yes. For easy reference. Specifically, he gave you a small medallion that casts a repetitive silent image. That is a picture of him.
Okay. All right, cool.
So we know who we're looking for. Awesome.
That was really all I had about the mission and everything like that. Other than we need to leave as soon as possible to begin this, to get it done.
Yeah, to start the mission, exactly.
Okay. As the day ends, you guys get a nice long rest, and we'll pick up with the search for Jordan Fairfax next week. Catch you then.